That level 11 mistakes, I
tip for all of you in middle school
like 5 times
and high school right now. You know that anxious feeling that you get all the time that everyone is watching you and secretly judging and scrutinizing every little thing about you? Like if you walk by the cool kids and they start laughing and you automatically assume that they're laughing at you because you just couldn't get your hair to behave that morning? Yeah, that has a name in psychology. It's called the imaginary audience. It's subconsciously believing every mistake you make and every imperfection about your appearance is seen and judged by everyone. Well, I've got some consolation for you. You ain't alone. Most everyone in your school is dealing with those thoughts. And that anxiety from person to person is going to be expressed in a plethora of different ways, including negative ways like bullying. Your mind, man. The imaginary audience isn't real. The world is not what it seems. Wake up. The Matrix has you. So one of the hard facts about school and about life in general is dress codes. Yeah, it doesn't stop after high school. Explainers, people are always telling you what to wear. In jobs, at restaurants, passing by on the street. I wouldn't be wearing shorts if I had your legs, sweetie. Oh yeah? Well, your judgment of others is a manifestation of your crippling disappointment in how your life is turning out. Sweetie. When I was but a middle schooler, I went to a private preparatory school that made us wear uniforms. I don't know why I said that in a British accent. They cared very much what color your socks were, and if your skirt was below the knees. 1 inch too high, and that would be anarchy, I tell you! That's something that I remember the girls at that school complained a lot about, is that their skirts were just too long. They're so long I can't think straight! Free the knee! Look, I'm all for personal expression, but that school didn't let us wear leggings in the winter under our skirts unless it was below freezing. So if you want even less protection from the elements, then go right ahead. I'll be over here in the thermal tent that I wear around my waist. I'm not gonna say that uniforms are an inherently bad thing. Some people like not having to think about what they wear in the morning. But I am not one of those people. I mean, I can't even decide on one outfit to stick my animated self with. Just look at this cartoon wardrobe. Eat your heart out, Minnie Mouse. So you can be sure that I was happy to be rid of that school uniform when I started public high school. I didn't have many non-uniform outfits, so my mom and I went out and bought me a brand new wardrobe for school. And for my freshman year, there wasn't anything too special about this school's dress code, just the usual fare, the stuff you'd expect. No miniskirts or midriffs, no pants so long that you trip over them, no multicolored hair that looks like you took a highlighter to your head. It all felt very reasonable, especially having just left a school that gave you detention if your shoelaces weren't the same color as your shoe. But the next year... Geez, I don't even know what happened. Someone at that school must have royally screwed up because suddenly the staff decided that they needed to ban all clothing with pictures and words on it. Got a cute picture of a turtle on your shirt? Banned! Your pants got the name of the designer on it? Banned! Got a sweater with musical instruments on it? Banned! And it's against the dress code, too. This was a huge deal at my school. Every kid was outraged. I don't know if it's the same nowadays, but back in my high school, graphic tees were the majority of everyone's wardrobe. Heck, I had just bought a whole new wardrobe the previous year, and now you're telling me I gotta go out and buy another one entirely? What the hell, school? The only exceptions to the rule were school shirts like from clubs and sports teams, college shirts, or patterns. So basically, if you had one graphic on the front of your shirt, that's a big old no-no. But if the graphic was all over, that's perfectly fine. Yes, makes sense. Good call, staff. All this meant was I wore a lot of black theater club shirts, to the point where people were mistaking me for being goth. But there was one shirt I had that was my personal rebellion against the tyranny. On a trip to Disney World, I'd found a Grumpy shirt that legitimately looked like a college debate team shirt. Grumpy State Debate Team. We're right, you're wrong, debate over. My, Disney merchandise designers. Aren't you a talented bunch? Thanks for aiding the rebellion. That shirt looks so much like a real college shirt that I wore to school dozens of times, and not once did a teacher or staff member decide to look a little bit closer at it. I'm so bad. That wasn't the only time that I bent the dress code rules. When it came to backpacks, we had to have mesh or clear plastic so the adults could see what we were carrying. Gotta make sure no one's bringing any questionable items into school. Like Game Boys. But for some reason, girls were still allowed to carry purses, because I could never fit my Game Boy in here. So what ended up happening is a lot of girls tried to work around the system with messenger bags. If they got caught, they could argue that it was a big purse. Sometimes they got away with it, and sometimes they didn't. I was one of these messenger bag rule benders. I had followed the backpack rule for 2 years, but by junior year, my clear plastic backpack had broken. Those things suck, by the way. And I had found a denim messenger bag that I really liked and wanted to show off at school, so soon Sue me! Now here is where having the reputation of the good kid comes in handy. Because the vice principal herself would stand at the busiest hallway between periods and nab any kid in violation of the dress code. And every day I would walk past her in that hallway with my messenger bag completely in view, and she would turn a blind eye. Hey, that shirt is prohibited. Go to the office. You, take out that nose ring. You know they're not allowed. Oh, hello, Rebecca. You have a good day, sweetheart. Hey, I see that logo on your pants, mister. It pays to be the good kid, I say as I just finished listing off times I broke the rules. College is better. College is pretty chill. I don't even know what the dress code was at my animation school. We all just wore hoodies because the computer labs were freezing. Well, we did have these little things called full faculty critiques where you presented your progress to a room full of ex-Pixar, DreamWorks, and Disney artists, so you...
The president, of course, the government had, they don't want to give any information that might steer the course of illness in another direction, and in doing so, came off. They were trying to hide something, wasn't necessarily true.
Our top Democrat say the changing stories when President Trump's house does not inspire confidence. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi on CBS today today will need Trump. Nancy Trump that what they're telling us about the president's condition is real. Dr. Sid admits today that the president...
Yeah, you were gently encouraged to clean up for those. Maybe wear the good sweatpants. These days, I am lucky because I could wear whatever I want for this job. I could be wearing something outrageous and embarrassing right this second, and you would never know. Score one for the animators. Take that, vloggers! You and your daily uploads. Now, one last thing from Editor Becca here. Sorry if it sounds like I have a cold. It's because I do. If you remember way back in 2018, I said this: I want to be a ghost story! And a lot of you seem to share that sentiment, so the creator and guys and I made it a t-shirt. And hey, we made it glow in the dark for good measure. Link to the stores in the description. This is another one of those limited run items, so get it while it's hot. Anyways, explainers, thank you so much for tuning in, but now I gotta tune out and go to bed. Bye.